So if you have any queries, feel free to write it in the chat window so that I can take it from there, right? So before we start, let me quickly summarize, let me quickly introduce myself. This is Sasmitha. I will be your course instructor. I have around 11 plus years of experience into big data and data science. I started my career as a big data engineer, and after my master's, I moved to data science, right? So I'm currently working as a staff data scientist in one of the leading MNC. I have around 6+ years of teaching experience. Since 2016, I am teaching data science. So I have trained almost many professionals. Currently, from this new session, right, like July, I am going to join my PhD program in triple IT um, in IoT, right? I'm going to do my PhD in IoT and AI. So that's my quick introduction. I have I have worked in different companies from different domains, starting from aviation, renewables, to investment banks. So this is my short introduction. Coming to the course curriculum and all. The syllabus you will find attached in the email. Let me summarize the syllabus again. Many of you joined yesterday and you have seen all of this, but let me quickly summarize what we're going to cover, and then we will go to the we will discuss one use case, right? So we will be starting from very scratch. So there are three major pillars in this entire course. So the first pillar is nothing but your Python, because Python is something which is very, very important. The entire like machine learning and deep learning, you will be coding using Python, right? So Python is the first thing that we will be covering. So Python, it has two parts. So one is your core Python concepts. So core Python is nothing but your variable functions, data structure, list, tuple, set, dictionary, right? So all of those concepts we will discuss in the core Python, and then we will discuss about Python for data science module. So in Python for data science module, we will be discussing about NumPy, we'll be discussing about pandas, right? So once we complete the Python module, this is the first pillar. Python and visualization is the first pillar. Visualization is again very, very important, because data science is nothing but finding insights from your data, right? So to find insight and represent those insights to your client, you need a lot of visualization techniques. So in this visualization pillar, we will be discussing two things. One is your Power BI, which is newly introduced in your syllabus, and we will be discussing about Plotly. So what is Plotly? Plotly is a free package or open source package, Python package. We will be discussing lot of graphs, like what is scatter plot, what is sunburst chart, what is histogram, where to use what kind of plot and why, what is distribution chart, the grammar of visualization, right? If you have a data, how, because in the real time, nobody is going to tell you, okay, do this chart. No, you have to decide what chart is suitable to find the right insight or to represent the results in a correct manner. So you need to decide those charts, right? So you have to understand what chart is used for what. Then only you can able to do that independently. So in this particular visualization, lot of concept you will understand. So what is the difference between a histogram and a box plot, where you will use box plot, where you will use histogram, all those concepts in very detailed way we will understand, and Power BI and Plotly we will discuss. So once you understand, this I say as a first pillar, right? The visualization, Power BI, Plotly, Python is the first pillar. Along with that, we will also discuss about SQL, right? So SQL is something which is very, very much demanded, and it's like definitely will find some questions in the interview. So SQL is a kind of universal kind of skill, like Python, SQL, Power BI, Plotly, respective of the kind of role, like whether you are a data analyst, data engineer, or a data scientist. These all things are common. So like these are very, very, very highly required skill to become a data scientist. So Python, visualization, Power BI, Plotly, and SQL is the first pillar of this course. And once we complete the first pillar, we will move to the advanced or the backbone, right? And that is nothing but your machine learning and stats. So machine learning and stats, we will be discussing very detail about maths. Each algorithm will have one project. So once we complete machine learning and statistics, We have 7 to 8 algorithm. We have linear regression, we have polynomial regression, we have from classification, decision tree, random forest, XGBoost. We have K-means clustering. So all of this algorithm, one project once we complete, then we will move to the third pillar. That is the advanced pillar, right? The advanced pillar we will be discussing about deep learning and NLP. So this is not complete. Deep learning NLP itself will take 3 to 4 months to get expert in that. Even though you have like spent 3 to 4 months, you might not be expert, like because it's a very kind of lot of topics are there, and it will take years of time to call yourself an expert. But what we will discuss is whatever is needed for interview. We will be completing those modules from deep learning and NLP. ML and statistics, we will go very in depth. Python, visualization, SQL, ML and statistics will go very in depth. Deep learning and NLP also we will discuss, uh, but it is kind of deep learning will discuss about artificial neural network, and NLP we will discuss about lot of concepts like what is web embedding techniques, right? What is, if the data is text data, how to analyze those data, that you will understand. So in this entire syllabus, there are three pillars. First is your Python visualization and SQL pillar. Second is your ML and statistics pillar, and the third one is your deep learning and NLP pillar. So how are we are going to structure this, right? So every day we will have class. So the timing will be 1 hour. 1 hour we will connect, right? Every day we will connect for 1 hour. And before I connect, so exactly at whenever the class is starting, so what we will do is first, or maybe at the end of the class, there will be a 10-minute quiz. I had given a lot of assignment because like I have seen that from my past previous batch experience. So people are not doing any assignment, just I'm giving them and they're not even opening it. So what we will do is 10 minutes quick revision we will do every day, because that really helps you. We all are working, so 10 minutes we will revise the concepts. How? By coding, not by just listening. So it's an interview preparation. So this 10 minutes every day we will give, right? So the questions, when it is a pillar one, it is all coding, right? So in pillar one there is no theory. So in pillar one, Python, Power BI, SQL, Plotly, I will be giving you coding questions that I have collected from lit code. So you have to kind of do small. If it is a lengthy code, instead of you doing it, I will be explaining it because it will take time. But 10 minutes we will give to interview preparation. But when we come to ML and stats, some of the theoretical question also we will discuss, right? For example, what is bias, what is variance, what is bias, variance, trade-offs, like that. A lot of interview questions every day, 10 minutes or 15 minutes, maybe at the end of the class, so that we can extend, right? It's like, let's say 55 minutes we have discussed and last 15 minutes. So 1 hour, 10 minutes, we can extend the class. And then those 10 to 15 minutes time we will divide into interview preparation. So interview preparation, previously I was giving questions, but from your batch onwards, I decided to do it in the class every day, right? So you will not, you will not be pressurized that, okay, interview preparation I have to do separately. It will go parallelly every day, 15 minutes. The topic, whatever we have discussed, from that topic, what kind of questions you can get in interview. For example, today I have discussed linear regression. So, okay, so what are the assumption of linear regression? What is gradient descent? So some of the concepts which you may get in the interview, we will discuss. So this is the kind of way. Along with that, it's a very project based learning. So you will be getting around 10 to 12 projects, 10 to 12 projects. So 10 to 12 projects in this entire, uh, from the three pillars. Most of the project will be from machine learning, deep learning, and NLP side, right? So you will be able to do it, code it yourself. One project I will give you in the class. Sorry, I will tell you in the class, and one project will be your assignment, which you will do. So project you cannot do in 15 minutes. So that is an assignment. 15 minutes is only for interview discussion. So I have some 40 to 50 questions, which I will divide every day 15 minutes. And I will explain those questions and we will discuss, right? Along with the 1 hour class. So you can consider the classes will be 1 hour, 15 minutes like that, right? After we discuss 55 minutes, last and 15 minutes we will dedicate to interview preparation. And along with that, you will also get the recorded sessions from Durga sir. So it's almost like 170 hours of video you will get. So like this Python. So this entire journey, right? This Python part is covered by Durga sir. So if you, so what I am doing is whatever is very important that I am covering from the Python module, but other topics like OOPS concept, uh, at least the decorators, generator. If you really want to be expert in Python, right? So you can go to Durga sir's video, right? But see, Python itself is vast. If I teach you Python, it will go for 3 months, and it's not necessary, right? Because we are not Python developers, we are data scientists. So we will learn Python for data science. Python is a widely used language. It has a lot of modules, so it can be useful for everyone. Like the web developers can use Python to develop websites. We are here to use Python for data analysis, right? So I'm not saying it is not important or not needed, but it is not so important, right? So the OOPS concept and other concept later you can learn once you're expert in the mandatory skills. So that is good to know, but that is not mandatory skills for a data scientist, because there will be a separate team. One team cannot be expert in everything. Your core area is ML and stars and deep learning. Your core area is not object oriented programming and all that. So there will be a DevOps team, there will be a software engineering team who are very, 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 very expert in those, and they will be building the apps, right? They are the front, they will be building the front end part. So there are data engineers who are very expert in all of those. So they will be handling. So as a data scientist, your core area is machine learning. Modeling is your core area. So machine learning, deep learning, how to deploy those models. You have a lot of topics to learn. So you have to be very wise to select what to learn and what to let go. So that later you can, like if it is required, you can learn. Right? So what? So this is the kind of summarized way what this entire course will be. And if you have any questions, you can type in the window, and I will take it from there. My main intention is to give you very, very difficult concept in a simplified manner. So machine learning and deep learning is difficult. It's full of maths, lot of algorithms, lot of things we need to understand in a very, very deep way. And also we need to implement it. And one more thing, the advantage is whatever I have learned, right? I have changed 4 to 5 companies in last 5 to 6 years. I have seen many, many, many data scientists. I have seen what is happening in the industry. So I'll give you those screen. And also I have seen many of my students going through interview process and sharing their feedback with me. I myself has attended many interviews. So I will summarize all my kind of learning and give it to you so that it will help you to clear interviews. So, for example, there are a lot of things that we can discuss. Which topic is important, which topic you can skip, because it's all about timing and prioritizing, right? Because you have a lot of things to learn. If you start learning everything, that's not a wise way. Your data science syllabus will never complete. So if you start learning, many of you have must have tried it, right? Like you thought initially you will learn yourself. Then what you have done is you have searched pandas in YouTube and you found like let's say 100 videos. So you just in pandas you have spent 1 month of time watching lot of videos. Still you're not confident whether this is completed or not, like whether a lot of other topics I'm skipping or no. I mean I'm ready for interview. You're not sure. So you need really someone who can tell you this much is enough. If you clear till this level, 100% sure you can clear everything in the interview. Then move to the next topic. Don't spend 2 3 months in Python, 5 6 months in Python learning. In that way, if you learn, then the syllabus will be 3 4 years. You will not be able to complete. I'll give you an example. Somebody has learned Power BI, then they will think, okay, Tableau is also important. Should I learn Tableau or skip Tableau? Okay, Plotly I have learned, Matplotlib, Seaborn is there. Should I learn that or skip that? Okay, all of these things I have learned. SQL I have learned. MongoDB is there. NoSQL is there. Then core Python, OOPS concepts are there, right? In ML, there are 7 8 algorithms. There are 20 30 algorithms. In deep learning, what should I learn? TensorFlow I know, but PyTorch should I learn or not? So all of this kind of confusion will be there whenever you start this data science course to learn yourself, because lot of very vast, and for each and every topic there are hundreds of resources available. So the course will save your time. So it will give you a correct direction. It's not like I'm teaching something new. I'm not discovering any new algorithm. Whatever is there, I will just present it in a nice, organized manner. But what you benefit you will get, your journey, which maybe 2 3 years, if you complete by yourself, will be reduced to 2 3 months, right? So lot of time you will save because you know what to learn, how much to learn, so that you are interview ready, right? And that I will give you from my own experience. Okay, this much is good for a 3-year experience data science. So stop this topic here. Don't learn that topic now. Learn next will be this topic. So the path you will get, the direction you will get. That's why you should enroll for this course. So that in this 2-3 months of time, you will be very, very much expert, at least very confident before you go to interview, very confident, right? So all the topics that they're asking, you cannot match 100%, right? Data science JD, even if you check my skill set, still it will not match 100%. But if it is matching 70 to 80%, you're a very good fit, right? So all those tips and techniques we will discuss in the class. The flow of the course, right? How the flow will be. First, we will be discussing about Power BI and SQL. These are the prerequisites or basically some topics which are needed before we start the main topics. We will discuss about SQL first, right? Many of you already know, but I'm not going to teach you SQL for months and months. As I said, my major focus will be on ML, statistics, deep learning, and NLP. That is the core and the first pillar. So if you want to divide the first pillar, I will be kind of giving 20 to 30% of the time to the first pillar, right? Let's say whatever is the total time, 30% will be given to the first pillar and 70% of the time, right? 50% will be given, 40 to 50% will be given to the second pillar and rest will be the third pillar. So even in the third pillar, topics are less. It is very complex topics. So I need a lot of time to explain it to you, right? It's not about topic, it's about what you are learning. Depends on that, the time we will divide. And important, like 70 to 80% of the time, total time will be dedicating to the major topics. And 20 to 30% we will dedicate to the first pillar. And I'm going to teach you whatever is necessary for cracking interviews for SQL. Not We are not SQL developer, we are not Python developer. So we are not going to learn everything from scratch till end, but whatever is important for interview, we will discuss that. Right? So this is the kind of summarized way of what we are going to discuss in this particular course. Right? So the timing, the duration of the course, it will be every day 1 hour 15 minutes around that. So 15 minutes will be quiz, uh, mostly at the end of the session, because in the initial, like if we start, let's start fresh, and once the class is over, we will have a 10-15 minutes quiz, a kind of interview preparation, and then uh, like we will discuss the solutions also. Mostly if it is a question theoretical, I will be explaining. And initial, so we will start the batch maybe after 2 or 3 demos. From this Thursday onwards, the batch will be starting. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we will have a small use case I will discuss with you, like machine learning use case, and other things like which is important, right? Before you join, enroll for this course, like other resources where you can learn from, prerequisites, all of those things we will complete. So Thursday onwards, we will start the batch. The timing of the batch will be notified, like mostly you will get an email, and also you will get the course content along with that, uh, along with the timings and other details, you will also get the course content, right? Timing, I have two preferences. One is 7 to 8 a.m. IST. And so if this is not suitable, maybe we can connect from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I will prefer this 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Why? Because most of you, I found the schools are open, school offices are open, so morning time, it might not be, you might not be available this time, right? So we will be sticking to 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day. It will be Monday to Friday, we will have class. Monday to Friday, we will have 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. class. Classes will be mostly 1 hour 10 minutes, 1 hour 15 minutes, like that. And we'll continue this for 2 and it's a 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Why? Because it's a course creation time. So we will have a batch, right? We'll be forming a batch. So we will go slow. Will not rush in the first class only, because many of you will be new to the course, and like we will go slow initial 15 days, 2 months complete, like once you are little familiar with the concepts and installed everything and you know the basics, will go full base mode, right? So that's the kind of division and everything. So if you have any questions or something, feel free to ask me. Also, you can find me in LinkedIn. If you want to know more about me, my experience and all, you can go to LinkedIn and check. You can type Sasmitha Data Science, you will find me. Any questions so far? We are all good. Along with the 1 hour class. So you can consider, and you can find lot of videos in YouTube where I have explained what is data science, what is data engineer, what is the difference between data science and data engineer, what is the salary expectation, what are the data science applications, what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, what is the difference between them, right? So all of those concepts you will see very clearly explained in the YouTube videos, right? So any questions so far? We are all good. Okay, so I'm taking some questions from the chat window. Um, can I attach some experience to fill 3 years of gap? How much of it recommend to? Okay, so I really don't know your background, like how many total years of experience you have and what domain you're currently working on, what is the background, but I'm just answering this universally, right? So this course will give you a knowledge of a data scientist who who has worked in industry like 2 to 3 years. Till that level, this course will give you. Now, there are a lot of ways you can kind of show this experience into your CV. Let's say, try to first switch internally if there are any scopes. If you're applying for external companies, so you have to kind of show them some experience. As a fresher, it is difficult that your CV will be shortlisted. So you have to show some experience now. You don't have experience, how to show those experience. You have done all of those 10 to 12 projects. You know your domain. So you can actually smartly you can modify these projects into your domain projects. How to do that? When you enroll for this course, there is a special class dedicated at the end of the session. So all course, when it is completed, the last class is CV preparation. 2 to 3 hours only on that I will spend. One weekend we will connect. 2 hours tell you from different domain. I have collected those templates. Like one is from healthcare, one is from your industry, one is from investment banks. So you will get an idea how people should write their CV, right? And all of those projects, how you can change it to your domain projects. And if you have any queries, you can ask in that class. I will guide you. So my answer is yes. So irrespective of your, I don't know from which background you belong to, but this course will give you that much knowledge of a 3 year experienced data scientist, right? So computer vision open cv, so computer vision open cv itself is a huge domain, and honestly speaking we are just understanding the introductory part of it. It's many of the institutes, even you go and check their syllabus, they will not tell you, they will tell we are completing deep learning, we are completing NLP. No, actually that's not true. So they are not completing, they're just giving introductory, and we are very honest in that. So it's not a complete thing. So computer vision itself will take 2.5 months to 3 months minimum. It's a very specialized course. Many freshers will not get this role because it's a specialized course. So somebody who is working as a data scientist or someone who has a master's degree with the relevant field may get computer vision. Or in your company, if there are some scopes, then you're lucky, so you can kind of join. So data science freshers can also join, but computer vision is a very specialized branch. It needs a lot of expertise. It needs Python and Java, other languages, very, very expert level. It needs deep learning at expert level, image processing at expert level. So a lot of specialized thing you should know. So this is a completely separate, like as I said, 2 to 3 months is needed. So in this course, we are going to understand about the introductory part of deep learning, and we are not going to complete the computer vision part, right? I hope I answer your question. So computer vision is just, we are introductory part we are understanding, we are not completing it. It's very vast. What is the duration of the course? The duration of the course, you can say around 2 to 2.5 months, right? The projects will be end to end with deployment. Yes, so I forgot. So I forgot one thing. So yes, the major part is there is one more pillar which is again new and introduced in your batch, that is cloud deployment. This is the fourth pillar. Sorry, I forgot about it. So yes, it is there. So we are going to use AWS and all of these things, whatever we have discussed, ML and deep learning, all the projects we're going to see. So it is end to end, starting from very scratch like SQL. to Power BI, to Python, to ML and statistics, deep learning, NLP, to deploying in cloud in AWS. So it is an end-to-end thing. One more question I will answer: how I am able to cover all of these things in this 2.5 months with in-depth. 2.5 months I'm not touching surface. I don't believe in touching surface. So whatever we are not covering, we are not covering, we are skipping. I will tell you this is introductory, like how I'm telling, or whatever we are covering, this is a tick for you. So there is nothing beyond it. For example, linear regression I have covered. So it is a tick for you. So there is nothing beyond linear regression. I will tell you, don't waste your time looking any other video except this class video for this topic. But let's say some other topic which we have not covered, I will tell you what next. I'll show you the path. Okay, these are the things. If you want to upgrade yourself, maybe these things you can learn as a next step, and these are the resources. So those way I can help you. And So yes, so the answer is yes. Cloud deploy, talking and how to deploy in cloud, talking and how to deploy in cloud. We will be discussing that. So it's an end to end. The course is very organized. It says experience matters. So as I have completed 45 to 50 batches, so the flow is already set. So we know what to deliver, and within 1 hour, lot of things we will be discussing. So that 1 hour 15 minutes will be completely utilized. So like one thing I can say is, if you are organized, many things, like when you go for a company presentation, within 1 hour you present your 1 year task, right? Whatever you have done, just by showing PPTs, you're making the client understand, a new person understand what you have done. So it's all about preparation, experience, and deliver. Like what you are actually delivering. The content matters. How you are presenting matters. Some people will explain